In northern Europe, on the eastern shores of the Baltic Sea, lies a country that moves to a different rhythm. It is a land defined not by towering mountains or dramatic canyons, but by the subtle, profound beauty of its ancient forests, the gentle, sandy curve of its coastline, and the quiet, unyielding resilience of its people. This is a landscape of immense, tranquil space, where the air feels clean and ancient, and the silence is broken only by the call of a distant bird or the whisper of wind through pine needles. This is Latvia. From above, it appears as a flat, green tapestry, intricately woven with the silver threads of more than 3,000 lakes and 12,000 rivers. It is one of Europe's greenest countries, a place where nature is not a distant concept or a weekend destination, but an immediate and integral part of daily life. But to look closer is to discover a nation with a complex, layered history, a unique and fiercely protected cultural identity, and a modern, forward-thinking society that has found its own way of being in the world. This is a story not of isolation, but of a deep and enduring connection to the land that has shaped its character, to the traditions that preserve its soul, and to the quiet, deliberate pace of life that defines its existence. This is the story of living in Latvia. Life in Latvia is governed by the distinct and powerful rhythm of the 4 seasons. Each one arrives with its own character, its own light, and its own demands. The long, deep winters, when a heavy blanket of snow enforces a profound silence upon the landscape, are a time of introspection and domestic warmth. They give way to a vibrant, energetic spring, an almost explosive reawakening when the birch forests seem to turn green overnight and the air is filled with the sound of melting ice and birdsong. The summers are short but glorious, a cherished period of long, light-filled, white nights that draw people outdoors to the sea, the lakes, and the forests. And the autumns are a final, brilliant burst of gold and crimson, a time for harvesting and preparing for the quiet of winter's return. This deep, instinctual connection to the seasonal cycle is woven into the fabric of daily life and the national character, a blend of quiet introspection, patient endurance, and a deep, heartfelt appreciation for the simple, fleeting beauty of the present moment. The population is just under 2 million, a small number for a country of its size, fostering a pervasive sense of space and calm. Even in the capital city of Riga, a vibrant hub of Baltic commerce and culture, life moves at a more human pace. Here, amidst the world's most stunning collection of Art Nouveau architecture and the medieval spires of the old town, the morning rush hour is a gentle, orderly hum rather than a chaotic roar. In the smaller towns and villages that dot the countryside, life is quieter still, anchored in the dependable, time-honored routines of the community and the changing seasons. This is a society where people value privacy and personal space, yet possess a deep, unspoken sense of community and a warm, sincere hospitality that reveals itself not in grand, effusive gestures, but in small, genuine acts of kindness and reliability. The Latvian day often begins quietly, with the soft, diffused light of the northern morning. In the cities, the routine is familiar, yet unhurried. Families prepare for work and school in modern apartments, the aroma of strong coffee and toasted rye bread filling the air. The commute is often a calm affair, The iconic blue and white trams of Riga glide efficiently through the streets, their passengers reading, listening to music, or simply watching the city wake up through the large windows. In the quiet residential neighborhoods, with their mix of pre-war wooden houses and functional Soviet-era apartment blocks, the loudest sounds are often the birds in the linden trees. There is an unhurried, deliberate quality to the start of the day, a sense of easing into the hours ahead, rather than rushing to meet them. In the small towns and rural areas, the connection to the natural world is even more immediate. The day might begin with a look out the window to gauge the weather, a force that still dictates the rhythm of agricultural life. It might start with a walk in the nearby forest to forage for mushrooms after an autumn rain, or a moment spent tending a vegetable garden, a source of immense pride and practicality for many families. The community is the center of life. The local shop is not just a place to buy milk and bread, but a hub of information and quiet social interaction. Neighbors greet each other with a reserved but genuine acknowledgement. This reserve is often misunderstood by outsiders as coldness, but it is, in fact, a deep-seated respect for personal space. A neighbor might not engage in daily small talk, but they will be the first to offer help if a tree falls in a storm or a car needs a push in the snow. There is a strong, culturally ingrained emphasis on balancing work with personal life. The workday is focused and efficient, but when it ends, time is devoted to family, to hobbies, and to the quiet rejuvenation that comes from personal pursuits. For many, this means retreating to a dacha, a small summer house, or garden plot in the countryside, where they spend their evenings and weekends cultivating flowers and vegetables, a therapeutic connection to the soil. To understand Latvia is to understand the profound, almost sacred importance of its culture and traditions. They are the bedrock of the national identity, preserved with immense pride and a quiet, fierce passion. The Latvian language, one of only 2 surviving Baltic languages in the world, is the heart of this identity. It is an ancient, melodic language, and its survival through centuries of German, Swedish, Polish, and Russian rule is a testament to the unwavering resilience of the Latvian spirit. To speak Latvian is to carry 1,000 years of history on your tongue. This resilience is most powerfully and beautifully expressed through music. Latvia is often called the singing nation, and for good reason. Folk songs or danas are a cherished national treasure. Over 1.2 million texts have been collected, short, poetic quatrains that speak of every aspect of the human experience, the cycles of life from birth to death, a rich and complex mythology, and a deep, spiritual connection to nature. They are a form of collective memory, a library of wisdom passed down orally through generations. This love of singing culminates in the Latvian Song and Dance Festival, a monumental event held every 5 years that is recognized by UNESCO as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. It is a breathtaking spectacle. For years leading up to it, choirs and dance groups in every town and village practice and compete. The final concert brings a choir of over 20,000 singers, dressed in the stunning, handcrafted traditional costumes of their home regions, together in a single, powerful, harmonious voice. To witness this is to feel the very soul of the nation, a profound and deeply moving expression of unity, heritage, and cultural pride. Seasonal festivals are an integral part of the year, marking the passage of time and reinforcing the connection to ancient, pre-Christian traditions. The most important of these is Jani, the midsummer celebration. On the shortest night of the year, the entire country seems to decamp to the countryside. Families and friends gather, lighting huge bonfires that burn until dawn. They weave intricate wreaths of wildflowers for the women and oak leaves for the men, sing special Lego songs, drink beer, and eat caraway seed cheese. It is a tradition to stay awake through the night to greet the rising sun, a magical, joyful celebration of nature, fertility, and light. These traditions are not relics performed for tourists. They are a vibrant, living part of modern Latvian life, a source of strength and a powerful reminder of who they are. The Latvian economy is a dynamic blend of the traditional and the modern, reflecting the country's journey through history and its ambitions for the future. For centuries, the land and the sea were the pillars of life. Agriculture and forestry remain vital sectors, but they have evolved. There is a growing movement towards organic farming, with small producers creating high-quality, artisanal products for local and international markets. The vast forests, which cover nearly half the country, are managed with a strong focus on sustainability, providing timber for a sophisticated wood processing industry, a key export. The fishing industry, centered in the historic coastal cities of Liepāja and Ventspils, continues a long and storied tradition of seafaring, though now with modern fleets and processing facilities. In recent decades, however, the economy has diversified significantly. Riga has emerged as a vibrant hub for technology and innovation in the Baltic region. A new generation of entrepreneurs has built a thriving startup scene, specializing in financial technology, drone manufacturing, software development, and other digital services. The country's well-developed, high-speed internet infrastructure and a highly educated, multilingual workforce have made it an attractive place for international companies to establish shared service centers. The Port of Riga continues its historic role as a key logistical hub, connecting Eastern and Western Europe. Small businesses are the true backbone of the economy. From family-run guest houses in the scenic countryside of Sigulda to artisan craft shops in the charming historic town of Kuldīga, there is a strong spirit of self-reliance and entrepreneurship. You will find craft breweries using local ingredients, design studios creating minimalist fashion from Latvian linen, and small-scale food producers reimagining traditional recipes. The world of work in Latvia reflects the national character. It is practical, efficient, and increasingly innovative, balancing a deep respect for traditional industries with a clear-eyed, ambitious focus on the future. Latvian food is a direct and honest reflection of the land and the seasons. It is hearty, wholesome, and deeply comforting. The cuisine is built around the fresh, natural ingredients that the country's forests, fields, and waters provide. It is not a cuisine of elaborate spices or complex techniques, but one that finds its profound flavor in the purity and quality of its core components. Dark rye bread, or rupja maize, is the cornerstone of the Latvian table. It is dense, dark, slightly sweet, and intensely flavorful, a staple that has sustained the nation for centuries. It is eaten with every meal and is even used to make desserts. Potatoes are ubiquitous, served boiled with dill, fried, or in the form of hearty pancakes called kartupilu pankūkas, often served with sour cream and lingonberry jam. Dairy products are of exceptional quality, from fresh, tangy cottage cheese and rich sour cream to the unique caraway-seeded Janu Sears, a special cheese made only for the Midsummer Festival. Given its long coastline and thousands of lakes, fish plays a central role in the diet. Smoked fish, herring, sprats, eel, and salmon is a national delicacy. In the summer, a favorite meal is oxtazupa, a bright pink, refreshing cold beet soup. In winter, people turn to warming dishes like peleki zirni aspeki, grey peas served with fried onions and bacon. The forests offer up a seasonal bounty of wild mushrooms and berries, chanterelles, borowick, bilberries, and cranberries, which are eagerly foraged by families and preserved for the long winter months. Home cooking is the heart of the food culture. The local market, especially Riga's magnificent central market, is a vital institution, a place where city dwellers and farmers connect, and where the rhythm of the seasons is displayed in the vibrant colors of the fresh, local produce. To truly know Latvia is to spend time in its nature. The landscape is a constant calming presence, a source of national pride, rejuvenation, and a fundamental part of the collective identity. With nearly half the country covered in forest, the woods are the nation's sanctuary. They are places of peace and solitude, governed by a right of public access that allows people to roam freely. People go to the forest to walk, to clear their minds, and to engage in the cherished national pastimes of mushroom picking and berry foraging, a skill and a passion passed down through generations. The Baltic Sea coast offers a different kind of natural beauty. The coastline stretches for nearly 500 kilometers, a vast, unbroken expanse of fine, white sand beaches, backed by windswept pine forests. In summer, coastal towns like the elegant resort of Jurmala come alive with vacationers, but it is always possible to find a secluded, almost deserted stretch of beach, to walk for miles with only the sound of the waves and the cry of the gulls for company. The sauna, or perts, is a deeply ingrained tradition, a ritual that is both social and profoundly spiritual. It is far more than just a way to cleanse the body. It is a way to cleanse the soul. The authentic ritual is a slow, meditative process, often guided by a sauna master or pertniks. It involves heating the body in the hot, steamy air, which is humidified by throwing water on hot stones, gently beating the skin with bundles of fragrant birch, oak, or linden branches to stimulate circulation, and then cooling off with a bracing plunge into a cold lake or a roll in the fresh snow. It is an invigorating, elemental experience that embodies the Latvian connection to the cycles of nature. From the dramatic sandstone cliffs of the Gauja River Valley near Sigulda to the vast, tranquil lakes of the Latgale region. Outdoor life is not a hobby in Latvia. It is a fundamental and cherished way of being. For a country so deeply connected to its natural and historical roots, Latvia is also a remarkably modern and well-functioning society. In the capital, public transportation is efficient, affordable, and reliable. A network of trams, buses, and trolleybuses makes navigating the city straightforward and stress-free. The urban environment is calm, streets are clean, parks are meticulously maintained, and public spaces feel safe and welcoming. Outside the cities, a network of modern roads connects the country. Driving in Latvia is often a peaceful, meditative experience, with long stretches of highway that pass through endless forests and picturesque farmland. The low population density means that traffic jams are a rarity, and the journey itself becomes an opportunity to appreciate the quiet, unfolding beauty of the landscape. Ambitious infrastructure projects, like the new Rail Baltica line, are underway to better connect Latvia with its Baltic neighbors and the rest of Europe. Latvia has embraced the digital age with quiet enthusiasm. It boasts some of the fastest and most accessible internet speeds in the world. Digital services are widely integrated into daily life, from e-government platforms that make bureaucracy simple to seamless online banking. This effortless blend of modern convenience and a tranquil, nature-oriented lifestyle is one of the defining features of contemporary Latvia. It is entirely possible to work in a high-tech job in a sleek Riga office and within a half-hour drive be completely immersed in the primeval silence of a pristine forest. This unique balance allows Latvians to enjoy the benefits of a connected, modern world without sacrificing the peace and quality of life that they hold so dear. For the young people of Latvia, life is a complex navigation between deep roots and global horizons. The education system is strong, with a network of public schools and universities that provide a solid foundation for the future. From a young age, there is a strong emphasis on preserving Latvian culture, language, and history alongside a modern European curriculum. Music and arts education are considered vital, ensuring that each new generation carries a deep, personal understanding of its rich heritage. Like many young Europeans, Latvians often look beyond their borders for opportunities. It is common for young people to travel to other European Union countries for university studies or to gain valuable work experience. This period abroad is a chance to see the world, learn new skills, and broaden their perspectives. It is a modern rite of passage, driven not just by economic incentives, but by a genuine curiosity and a desire to engage with the wider world. However, the pull of home of this specific place on Earth is incredibly strong. A significant number who leave eventually choose to return, drawn back by powerful family ties, the unique quality of life, and a profound sense of belonging that is hard to replicate elsewhere. They return with new ideas, global connections, and an entrepreneurial spirit, contributing to the dynamic evolution of Latvian society by founding businesses, leading cultural projects, and bringing a fresh perspective to traditional industries. The great challenge for the nation is to continue creating diverse and appealing opportunities that encourage its talented young people to build their futures at home. It is a continuous, delicate effort to balance the preservation of a cherished way of life with the creation of a dynamic, modern economy that can support the ambitions of the next generation. The rhythm of day and night in Latvia is a study in quiet, understated contrasts. The daytime is a time of focused, productive activity. The cities and towns hum with a gentle, purposeful energy as people go to work, attend school, and manage their daily responsibilities. The atmosphere is efficient, but rarely frantic. There is a sense of order and calm that pervades public life, a preference for getting things done without unnecessary drama. As evening descends, a profound sense of peace settles over the country. Life turns inward, toward the home, the family, and personal restoration. The long, dark evenings of winter are a time for mudgums, a Latvian concept of coziness, contentment, and domestic comfort. It is a time for reading, for quiet hobbies like knitting or woodworking, for long conversations around the dinner table. Lights glow warmly from windows, creating a feeling of sanctuary and shared peace against the cold darkness outside. Social life is often centered on small, intimate gatherings in the home rather than large, noisy public venues. Friends will gather for a shared meal, a board game, or a revitalizing visit to the sauna. In the summer, the long, light-filled evenings draw people outdoors for walks along the beach, picnics in the park, or simply to sit in a garden and enjoy the lingering twilight that can last until nearly midnight. The nightlife in Riga is vibrant and sophisticated, with a world-class opera, renowned symphony orchestras, and a thriving independent theater scene. But even here, the overall atmosphere remains relaxed and accessible. The nights in Latvia are not about escaping life, but about savoring it in a quieter, more meaningful way. Life in this quiet, beautiful corner of Europe is not without its significant challenges. Like its Baltic neighbors, Latvia has faced a steep decline in its population over the past few decades. Economic migration, particularly after joining the European Union in 2004, has drawn many, especially the young and ambitious, to other countries in search of higher wages and different opportunities. This has left its mark, particularly in rural regions like Latgale, where villages have grown smaller, schools have closed, and the demographic has aged. This brain drain is a source of national concern, and the government is actively working on initiatives to encourage people to return. There is also the complex geopolitical reality of its location. A long and often difficult history with its eastern neighbor has instilled a deep-seated desire for security and a strong national identity. And there is the ongoing, complex task of balancing economic development with the preservation of the country's pristine, natural environment. How does a nation build a modern, competitive economy without sacrificing the very qualities, the peace, the space, the unspoiled nature that make it so special? How does it maintain its unique cultural identity in an age of overwhelming digital connectivity and global monoculture? These are the quiet, persistent questions that Latvia continues to navigate with thoughtfulness, pragmatism, and care. So why do people choose to stay? In a world that offers seemingly limitless options and constant movement, what is the enduring appeal of this small, quiet nation on the Baltic Sea? The answers are found not in grand monuments or dramatic headlines, but in the subtle, deeply felt fabric of everyday life. They stay for the profound, unshakable sense of safety, for the simple, priceless freedom to raise children in a peaceful, secure environment where nature is their playground and community is their safety net. They stay for the space, not just physical space, but mental space, the ability to breathe, to think, and to live without the constant pressure, noise, and distraction of a crowded, hyper-connected world. They stay for the deep, unbreakable, almost spiritual connection to the land, to the forests and the sea that are not just scenery, but an integral part of their identity, a part of their soul. And above all, they stay for the powerful, irreplaceable sense of home. For the feeling of belonging to a place with a unique and beautiful culture, a resilient and inspiring history, and a community that understands them without the need for words. It is the feeling of having roots that run deep into the sandy soil, nourished by ancient songs and the steady, dependable rhythm of the seasons. Latvia exists in a delicate and beautiful balance between a deep, abiding respect for its past and a clear, pragmatic vision for its future. Between the cherished solitude of its vast natural landscapes and the quiet warmth of its close-knit communities. Between a reserved, introspective nature and a passionate singing heart. Life here is measured in the changing of the seasons, in the warmth of the summer sun on your skin, and the deep, restorative silence of the winter snow. It is found in the honest taste of dark rye bread, in the timeless harmony of a folk song, and in the simple, profound pleasure of a walk in the forest. In a world that is constantly, relentlessly accelerating, Latvia remains a testament to the enduring value of a quieter, more deliberate, and more authentic way of life. A calm and grounded place to simply be.